Hey guys, welcome to another All Signs reading. My name is Johanna. Welcome to Tenacious Soul. We are going to get some quick messages here for the eclipse energy, for the solar eclipse that is happening in Libra. It's a new moon in Libra on October 14th. So yeah, we're going to look at all signs. Timestamps will be down below. We're going to go all the way from Aries to Pisces. I did also do a pick a card on eclipse season, as well as I did a collective read like yesterday on just like kind of as general kind of eclipse energy. So you guys can take a look at those as well if you haven't already. But yeah, we're gonna kind of get into it. So let's see Aries, what do you need to know for this eclipse in Libra? We have beloved, radical acceptance, and we also have the Page of Pentacles. So for you, Aries, I feel like this is like almost asking you like what does your heart want, and accepting that and allowing yourself to move forward in it. I feel like it's something that can be very positive for you with this Page of Pentacles. Like Page of Pentacles is usually like a good news card, specifically good news in finances. So it's like, are you going to accept this positive thing? It's almost like potentially there could be, you may fall into like self-sabotaging like behaviors and stuff. So I feel like this is an opportunity for you to take on something that is really positive for you, really sets your heart on fire, your soul on fire in a positive way, something that feels really connected to you, but you have to be willing to accept it or be open to accepting it. So I feel like this is about being open to receiving, as well as then just like taking the action and moving forward with it. So maybe you've been possibly like denying yourself of the things that you want to do, or you've been denying yourself of who you want to maybe be with, or all these types of things. And I feel like this is an opportunity. It's kind of showing you, it'll be kind of like in your face that like, you know, this is the thing that I should be like moving towards here. So, yeah, I feel like that's really positive. And again, it's just whether you're going to make that decision or not. All right, let's move on to Taurus. We have empty well, time to replenish. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so some of you may need to, this might be a time where you're starting to realize like certain things are depleting your energy and where to set boundaries. So this feels like it's coming into the balance of like your time and other people's time, and like, you know, how much time are you giving yourself? Are you always giving to other people? You may need to give back to yourself more if you've been overgiving a lot in your life. So this, you could feel very depleted around this time as well, or maybe you feel like you need more rest with this eclipse energy. Usually it's kind of like, it's a lot of energy, right? So it could be kind of depleting. So, you know, make sure that you do the things that you need to do to kind of refresh and replenish your energy here. But I do feel like otherwise it's also showing you like maybe where in certain areas of your life you need boundaries, whether that's in your work, your certain responsibilities, maybe with people, right? So where are those responsibilities and those things that you need to kind of say like, you know what, no, I need to prioritize myself here first before I give to this. So it's making sure that you're coming at things from like a full cup, right? And this is what's going to help you be able to like persevere and keep going, because if we keep trying to act from an empty cup, we just lead to burnout and it just goes nowhere, right? So when we're starting to feel kind of depleted, we have to start giving back to ourselves. So this is kind of like almost like a self-care type of energy, but it's more around, I feel like, boundaries. And it's not about doing more or less of certain things. It's just like a when and where, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Taurus. Okay, let's move on to Gemini. We have Vanishing Mirror with Ego Sublimation. And we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, so some of you definitely could be leaving something behind in some way. It's something that's not emotionally fulfilling for you anymore. I feel like you could have almost like felt like, it's almost interesting. It's like you're kind of going against your ego here, in the sense of like your ego might be like, no, you have to stay, you have to do this, you have to do this. And it's almost like with this Eight of Cups, this is a really interesting Eight of Cups, because there's kind of this, like as you can kind of maybe see, there's this skeleton hand, and then like the rest of the skeleton over here is like a cloud. So it's almost like, and then there's this lady over here, but she's like a ghost kind of, right? So it's almost like this girl is being pulled over into this direction. So she's almost being pulled away. So I almost feel for some of you here, Gemini, it's like you're trusting your intuition, you're being led and called in a different direction, and it might go against your fears. It might go against your logical thinking, but there's something that's pulling you in a different direction because something's unfulfilling. It might feel safe, but it's not fulfilling. And so there's kind of this sense of like your ego is shattering a little bit because you're having to like our ego is usually like what keeps us safe. It's what, it's a survival thing, right? And it's a lot of times it's like fear-based. And sometimes we need those things, right? Because again, it keeps us safe, it protects us. But a lot of times in our lives, because our lives have become, I don't know what the word would be, like simplified in a way, right? We don't have as many, there's survival, but it's in like, finances and stuff. It's not like we're running from, a tiger anymore, right? So there's a different level of like our protectiveness. And so sometimes it can kind of be a little extreme. And so I just feel like you're going against your ego. You're kind of like really overcoming an obstacle here and trusting more of like surrendering a little bit to the path rather than like trying to get caught up in the fear and the logic. So kind of an interesting energy. I just feel like, and it also for some of you, like the way you used to view a certain aspect of your life could be shattering. And so you're able to kind of finally like step away. So this could be kind of, I feel like this could be very, very influential, obviously, but it's like kind of big too. So that could definitely be in like career. It could be in your relationships, right? Finances, whatever. Take it how it resonates, obviously. Cancer. Let's see what you need to know. We have Dream Thief, refusal of the call. And we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so I feel like this is a little bit of like, where have you been getting caught up in illusion? And kind of, I don't know, like almost like fragmenting yourself. Like there could be a sense of like moving in a lot of different directions here. Or you've been doing that and it's like you've been refusing the call by doing this. Like you've been kind of like, I feel like this is asking you to focus. So this eclipse energy is, I feel like, going to come in here for you, Cancer, and really say like, what do you need to focus your energy on? Where have you been procrastinating or distracting yourself, or what has been distracting you? Like maybe there's, I don't know, an easy example would be like social media, right? Like being on social media, scrolling when like you should be working on a project or like figuring out your finances, or like, you know what I mean? Like where have you kind of been like distracting yourself from the big issue, the big thing? And so I feel like this is about kind of like getting back on track, kind of showing you where you've been keeping things kind of like in an illusion here, or just in this kind of like fantasy world and not dealing with like the reality of a situation. So there might be a part of your life that really comes to the forefront here of like, I need to deal with this. And it's asking you to like figure it out, because it's like, if you don't figure it out, it's like it's stealing your dream. It's stealing this path you're meant to go down to like kind of experience the fullness of your life. And not that you can't ever course correct it, but it's like it's interrupting the path that you're going down, and it's kind of like delaying things. And so Spirit's really wanting you to like look at this, right? And kind of like figure this out. So definitely I feel like pay attention to the things that you're kind of like engaging in that are maybe distracting you and not really allowing you to solve like the real problem in your life, basically. Okay, Leo, let's see. We have stars in the sky with limitless possibility. Ooh, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so I feel like you could get a lot of clarity around this new moon. There's something about like clarity of your mind. I feel like for some of you, it's like being able to see the possibilities, or being open to the possibilities of the future. You might have an idea that it's like, wow, I could really take this somewhere. I feel like though the thing that will be needed here in order to gain this clarity is like taking time to kind of like sit and like be with yourself and slow things down, maybe meditate, breath work, however you kind of do that, maybe going for a walk in nature, like whatever kind of helps clear your mind or kind of helps like just, kind of bring you to a more centered place so that you can actually like think clearly. I feel like that is the thing that will help bring in this clarity if you don't already have it or if you're struggling with that right now. But I feel like you're seeing potential in something here, and you're seeing where you could have a victory, you could have success in this. You see the possibility of something and you see where it could kind of be endless. So this is about having the idea, and then it's a matter of like, okay, well, what actions need to be taken here. But I feel like it's more about kind of the idea around this eclipse energy, and then you might kind of get that energy moving forward, and potentially over the next like 6 months you're kind of like working through that. So there is some sort of clarity. So I feel like you could be releasing a sense of like lack of clarity, obviously, but like releasing the feeling of like being unclear mentally. Like there's a sense of direction that's coming in here for you that maybe you didn't have before. So that is what I have for you, Leo. Okay. Virgo, we have the root girl with the disowned self. And we have the 5 of Cups. Okay, so I feel like this eclipse here, Virgo, could be showing up and showing you where you're unhappy in your life, where you've maybe, I almost feel like you may have regrets around an area of your life where you put yourself on the back burner. So you've maybe kind of like, I mean, this could be like your morals, your values as well. Like maybe you've done something against what you would normally do, right? Like in that sense, or you're just like, wow, this is just like me acting this way, or the way I handled the situation is really not me. And so there could be this sense of like disappointment or regret around that, and kind of like upset with yourself around like how you've dealt with the situation. So I feel like the important part here is if you're feeling this way around a situation, it's almost like, how can we get back to the roots? How can we get back to our roots and like give ourselves what we need? How can we start to change the situation and just, make that promise that you won't do that again, or you won't step into that energy again, or you're done with that, or, however the situation plays out for you. But I feel like you don't need to hold on to this 5 of Cups. It's okay to feel that way, but this is really about the acknowledgement of like, that really wasn't me, or I really went against and didn't put myself first in this situation, and I regret that. But now that you're aware of it, you can just choose to not do that in the future, right? So it's just giving you awareness. It's not something that you have to like sit in this regret, longer than you need to. Process it, feel it, understand it, figure out, okay, well, I don't feel good doing this, so what do I want, or how do I want to handle the situation? And when you can do that, then you can start to make choices that allow you to not go back to that. It's kind of a little bit of like inner child work, in the sense of like realizing where you maybe haven't stood up for your inner child, or done what you feel is right, or what you wanted or needed. But then once you realize, I hurt myself in that situation, then you can start to make choices and support your inner child. And then you're going to feel so much better. And you're just going to feel like you're supporting yourself, and you're making good decisions for yourself. So it's in a way self-sabotage, but I almost feel like maybe you didn't realize at the time what you were doing. You're having that awareness now. And now you might be feeling a little bit of emotion here with this, but it's allowing you to make better choices going forward in the future. So it's turning a positive because you're learning a lesson. So I feel like that's something that the eclipse could be bringing up here for you. All right, Libra, you guys, this is your new moon. We have in the hand, the universe is your partner. 8 of Wands. Okay, so the universe is trying to work with you here, Libra. This is an opportunity for you to really release and move forward here. I feel like you're supported. It's interesting because even in this 8 of Wands, like usually there's not people in the 8 of Wands, I don't think. But they're holding hands, and like one person's holding on to the other while there's just this like movement happening. So there could be a lot of communication firstly that I'm getting, or like just, you know, signs, symbols, like things that you're, however you receive, you know, kind of your intuition from spirit. But it's like the universe is trying to work with you and support you here. Some of you might be realizing you're getting like, there's like something specific maybe coming into your life that you're realizing like, this is a gift from the universe. Like this is what I need. And I need to go with this. Like, again, it could be like even just your intuition. Like there's something where you're like, oh, this is exactly what I need right now. And I feel like it's about taking this opportunity. So there might be like an opportunity in your face where you're like, oh, I really need to I need to take this. I need to move forward with this and not like hold myself back. And I don't feel like you are. I feel like this is more about like you seeing the opportunity and like taking it and like running with it kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, like really just seeing the opportunity. I feel like that's maybe been the block for you up until this point, is like you might not be seeing how the universe is trying to help you. And I think you're going to start to see that. So there definitely could be an opportunity or something you're manifesting or intuitively coming in here. It could be an idea. But there also could be communication around something that you've been trying to create or manifest. And it's like the opportunity is there. You just have to see it and then take it. So I feel like it's like being aware around this eclipse of like, what are the positive things coming towards you that you need to be aware of. Maybe you've been caught up more in the negative, but it's like, what are the positive things that are trying to help you and support you? What are those things coming in? And, you know, when you're aware, then you can use them, you can leverage them, right? So that is what I have for you, Libra. We're going to move on to Scorpio. We have the Herald of Change. Ooh, and we have the Sun. Okay, so Scorpio, you've got definitely some positive change coming in here with the Sun energy. I feel like you could be taking action in some sort of way, or I mean, for some of you, it's just like your energy is going to be like really illuminated, really positive. There could definitely as well with the Sun like be clarity, like that illumination, you know, coming in of like the change that you need to make. So I'm just trying to like reorganize these here. The change that you may need to make in your life. It's like that might become very clear to you, but it's like an exciting change, a happy change, a good change. I also feel too, it feels like the change is new in some capacity, like it brings in a fresh energy. The Sun typically will have like a child on it. And so that can indicate like, you know, kind of fresh new energy. So I really feel like this is about what is an action or a change that you need to make in your life, and you becoming more aware of that, and then seeing the positive aspects of making that change, like seeing how this change would be a benefit to you. And I feel like it's really asking you to like take the reins of the situation. Like you're in the driver's seat here, Scorpio, and I just feel like it's a matter of you doing what you need to do to kind of like create this positive change in your life. So this is asking you to like step up to the plate, basically, is what I'm getting with this. And this could be honestly in any aspect of your life. So wherever you know you need to make a change, that's where it's asking you to kind of, you know, focus your energy here. All right. Sagittarius, let's see. We have the Divine Matrix. And we have the Hermit. Okay. So Sagittarius, you could be this, eclipse season may kind of put you into this kind of hermit mode, really kind of trying to connect with spirit, your own spirit. I feel like it's a very reflective time for you. Yeah, you might kind of like almost like want to be by yourself in a weird way. But I just feel like there's something that you're needing to see, or that you're needing to discover within yourself here, that I don't know, it's like it's a very reflective time, but it's almost like you're figuring something out about yourself, this eclipse. So there's a clarity that you're obtaining, and there's a knowledge and a wisdom about yourself, but it's like coming through the divine. I almost feel like there's a sense of like, again, you could be maybe like wanting to spend some time alone around this time, or maybe you're just like in a space of like kind of hermiting, And so, but it's like when you're hermiting, you're almost like connecting with the divine a little bit more. You're not like filled with busyness around you. So you might kind of almost feel like not like yourself in a way, like you're not really going out and having all this fun and doing all these things. Like you might feel like, you know what, I just want to be alone, or I just want to like be by myself and I have to figure this out, and kind of this more spiritual, reflective. Like I just feel like something might feel off in your life, or something just might feel like not complete in a way, and you're trying to figure out what is that thing, like how do I how do I make this work? So yeah, I just feel like you're trying to solve something in your life and get something moving in a good direction. And I just feel like this eclipse period might kind of like bring you into a hermit phase. Like, I mean, the season is getting darker, and I just feel like it's like before your season, you might be kind of like, I mean, with Scorpio, you're going to be entering, like at the end of the month, you're going to be entering your 12th house. So if you're a Sag rising, so I mean, that could be, you know, there's a lot of things coming up here for you that you may need to release and kind of process and work through. And I just feel like you just might kind of be in this like weird bit of energy here. And so I feel like it's just a matter of going with it and just allowing yourself to explore the more spiritual side of yourself and kind of the more inner world, and see what things come through for you. So, all right, Capricorn, let's see. We have Unmarked Trail with Revelation. And we have the Devil energy, which is your energy. I actually want to get one more card here. Seven of Swords, okay. So I feel like you're seeing a path, okay? You're having this revelation of, it's like there's awareness of self-sabotage. This to me, Seven of Swords and the Devil is self-sabotage. Especially with the Devil card being your energy, I just feel like this is like definitely self-sabotage. For some of, like if it was like a different sign, I feel like it would be a little bit more of like, you know, somebody else in the picture, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like this is like a block within yourself, like somewhere where you've been like holding yourself back. I feel like there's something that's holding you back from a new path you want to take in your life, or a place you've been trying to get to in your life. This unmarked trail, somewhere you've never been before. You're starting to see what's been holding you back from that. And so this could just be a block. It could be a self-sabotaging behavior. Like this could be a mindset as well with the Seven of Swords, but it's like something that has kind of kept you stuck. But it's like there's clarity, you're almost like, see how the like Seven of Swords, she's kind of like looking at the Devil? It's like, I know what you're up to. So it's like this sense of like, I know you are aware that like you're your problem in a way. And so I feel like this is becoming aware of that. And then with the Seven of Swords, like finding a way out of it. Finding a way to like stop that pattern, right? Or that habit. And because you're aware of it, you can then start to make decisions and choices and do things. But it's like you're starting to detach, I feel like, from a certain type of identity that you've maybe kind of held on to, or that you've had without realizing that you had, because it's becoming clear. So this is like releasing an aspect of yourself that has been holding you back on a path you want to take in your life. So this is big. I feel like this is big. For some of you, this could be with the material sense of things. So like money and stuff, this could be a money block, or just like a block in your business or something like that. Others of you, it could be relationships as well, like, right? Like how maybe you've been participating in like toxic relationships, but you really want a long-term relationship and healthy relationship. And it's like, why haven't I been able to get there? And then it's like realizing that like there's something that like maybe you're giving into temptation all the time or whatever, right? Like not holding out for like the right type of person. Whatever it is, you're seeing it, and then I feel like you're going to be able to make changes based on that because you're aware of it. All right, Aquarius, let's see. We have Inspiration with Joyful Muse, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like you're creating something. There's something here, Aquarius, I feel like you're going to become very excited about around this eclipse. because you see it can give you the long-term stability or the legacy that you're kind of looking for. I feel like it's like something that you can see would support you long-term. You know, I just feel like you're seeing the potential of something here. I want to get one more here. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. Like, some of you could also be getting recognition around this time for something creative that something you've created. It doesn't have to be like art. It could literally be like you've created a business, or you've created, maybe it is like a side, like it could be like a thing that you do on the side. So maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe you're into crafts or something. And then it's like, you're like, oh, I make a whole business. Like people are like really supporting you and really like, you know, if you're sharing it or whatever, they're like, wow, these are so good. Right. And you're like, oh, maybe I can like create a business out of this, like that kind of thing. Like, there's something about you being able to take something that you've made and you've had inspiration towards and like be recognized for it, but build something like material with it, like something that will really support you and like has the ability to become something bigger. So this kind of feels like taking an idea and making a business out of it, or taking a hobby and making a business out of it. I feel like there's definitely people who like are supporting you in like whatever this is. Like they're recognizing your creativity and your inspiration and your like how this makes you feel, like how this, like, you know, they just could be recognizing it in the sense of like this, you know, you really enjoy this, right? And you're really good at it, kind of thing. So I feel like this could definitely be something that you could build upon and build a foundation for, and you can see the potential of it like leading to something long term and building into something bigger. And I feel like you're on the right path. Like, I feel like it's becoming clear on that for you. Okay. Pisces, let's see. Last but not least, we have Deep Diver, diving into task. And we have the Six of Wands. Okay, so I feel like this eclipse is showing you that you can have success if you put the energy and the effort into it. You may have to really kind of focus your energy, dive into something, put your wholehearted attention into something. You really got to go into it. You can't sit surface level, or maybe you've been sitting surface level, and it's like, if you just really focus your energy and put your time and your energy into this, you can make it happen. You can have the success that you're looking for. You can do the things that you're looking at doing. I almost feel like, especially too with the 10 here, like I feel like there's something you need to complete or something you need to finish. And it's like, that'll bring so much success in your life. It could just be something you started, but you need to finish it, right? You need to kind of like dive into it, see what's going on, figure it out, put the attention and the focus into it, discipline, action that you need to put into it, and then you'll have this success. You'll overcome the challenge, the obstacles you've been facing, and be able to feel really good. It's almost like, yeah, it's just like something you need to complete. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but I've had this with like school stuff and whatever, but it's like you go into school, you're like, oh, I just want to be finished. I just want to do it. And it's like, you just got to push until you get to the end of your program or the end of that project or whatever it is. And then it's like, when you finally successfully complete it, you're so happy. Like, it just feels victorious because you're like, yes, I did it, right? Like, I made it. But you have to put a lot of energy and effort and energy into it. So it's like, I just feel like there's something maybe you've been neglecting or something you haven't been putting your full attention into, and you need to start putting your attention into it if you want to have the success that you're looking at having. That's pretty much what I got. So that is what I have for you guys for the eclipse energy. Hopefully that resonates for you. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out any of the other readings, and I'll have a pick a card out for Saturday. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.